Take your seats. And thank you so much for being here. I can see we are a little bit squeezed in nicely. And this is because we can't wait to witness this. That's why we have quite a number of us. And allow me, even as I allow the people to kindly set in, if you are at the back, if you could kindly give more space for the people who are coming in from the back. We have some front seats here. I can see your Wall Street. You know, you can come closer there. It's okay. All right. So that the other guys can come in from the back. And we'll appreciate that. Good morning once again. Thank you so much. Allow me to immediately start because we are pressed with time. I'll go straight forward to the agenda of the day. And my first agenda is to, first of all, establish all the protocols here. Our chief guest, the PA State Department for Industry, Dr. Abubakar Hassan Abubakar. Welcome, sir. Maybe I should say welcome back home since he was fished from here. The chairman of the Nairobi Securities Exchange and the board members present. The CEO of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, Mr. Frank Mwiti. Allow me as well to acknowledge the Capital Markets Authority, and I'll be mentioning the name of our representative today. We also have the chairperson of the Trific SEZ, that is Mr. Nji Muturi, the group CEO, Mr. James Moria, in the house. We also have the CEO, Trific SEZ, that's Ms. Brenda Mbathi, the CEO Invest Kenya, John Mwendwa, the CEO National Nairobi Financial Center, Daniel Mainda. We also have representatives of the SEZ, that's the Special Economic Zones Authority in the House. We also have in the House the transaction advisors who are here in their numbers, and we appreciate all of them for being right here. And if you don't mind, allow me to just mention a few of them who are in the House. We have KCB Investment Bank, represented by Maurice, the MD. We also have KN Legal Advisors. We also have Custody and Registrar, and I think I've seen the CEO. Yes, how are you? We also have the reporting accountant, PwC, rate manager, NABO Capital. We also have the trustee and receiving bank, NCBA Bank. We also have bureau property manager, AIB Axis. I think I've seen the CEO as well. Hi, how are you? Co-sponsoring broker and market maker, and also Axis Real Estate Property Valuers. Distinguished guests were here as well, members of the media partners, and even the investors. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. Thank you for being here, and as I said again, I'll be moving quite fast because of time, so it's my pleasure to welcome you all. But who better to welcome us right here than the man who is hosting us. Please put your hands together for the CEO of the NSE, Mr. Frank Mwiti, as he comes to welcome us. Karibu sana.
Thanks, MC. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the NSE. I like that the MC has enabled us to say protocols observed. So all protocols observed. That saves me 5 minutes, which I think is good for the market. Nevertheless, I recognize our PS Abubakar, welcome. My chairman, Kiprono, my good friend Moria, Brenda, and my two good friends, Daniel Mainda and John Mwendwa. Welcome. And of course, I can see my directors in the room, so I know where my bonus comes from. So, RISPA, welcome. Excellent. You know, there's an old saying in capital markets that markets don't remember predictions, they remember milestones. And today we are creating yet another milestone that the markets will definitely remember. We're not just listing another security in Kenya's capital markets. And of course, today we are proudly welcome the Trific Green USD Income Rate Real Estate Investment Trust, being one of the most innovative income rate that we're welcoming to the market. And I'm sure when CEO Brenda we will recognize how innovative it is. Of course, it also aligns very well with the NSC's own approved strategy, because it also speaks to accessibility by retail investors. Given that the minimum ticket size would be $1,000, I think that really does open up to retail investors, unlike the other 5 REITs that we have in our market. And so we are really, really happy about that. one of the roles that I do in the market is I am also the vice chair of the REIT Association of Kenya. So I will also very proudly say that this REIT is coming in my tenure there as well. So I will take all the credit. But I'm looking around the room and I see very, very many familiar faces who have spent countless hours in the last few months living almost exclusively on conference calls, on due diligence sessions, on legal markups, push and pull with regulators. This is the point where I look at CME and not NSC, looking at transaction checklists, but we're here. We're here. So I think this is also a moment of joy and relief in many ways. To be honest, Brenda and your team, you've earned it. And we are very, very happy with all the effort and the resilience that you've shown to bring this transaction across the line. So on that basis, I'm really, really happy that the issuer has stayed the course. We are also very happy that the transaction team that was supporting this transaction has been very diligent. KCB Investment Bank, PwC, the various law firms, of course the trustee, NCBA, the NSC team that has supported this. I can see my self-regulatory team led by Titus Kilo over there. They've you know, when you search your inbox, usually you use a keyword to find. So I put Trific and I see hundreds of emails. I'm like, maybe there's a different way to, to look at this. But Titus and team, thank you. You've done a tremendous job supporting the team, so thank you for that. And I think this transaction sends, today's transaction sends, or rather product sends an important message, not just to Kenya. I think it sends it to the rest of the region and even across the world. In fact, upstairs just now, our chairman was talking about the untapped demand that there still is around the REIT space. The oversubscription also speaks volumes to the depth of the market, the quality of the product that's coming through, but also the readiness to interface with the issuer. For years, we've often heard that Africa struggles to attract capital. And I think now we are clear, and I maintain myself that we don't have a capital problem. I think we have a problem with enabling the right pipelines and channels to tap the capital to bring it to the right opportunities. And I think structures like these, products like this, is exactly one of the ways to do that. Our interactions in the market are showing that what investors need are high quality opportunities that are managed through robust governance, that are regulated and brought to market through licensed channels, and of course that products that meet investment objectives. The fact that this REIT is referencing green products, it's USD denominated, that also speaks to the homework that went into identifying the investment objectives that people are looking for. And through, of course, a very innovative aspect of this REIT compared to other REITs, which is the involvement of a market maker. Bansri, who leads AIB Access, is here. They are the market maker. More importantly, she's ex-NSC. So I think that is where the innovation is coming from. But credit to Bansri for really, really enabling or rather supporting a product like that, because the market-making aspect is actually one of the key things that a lot of our REITs and some of their products are missing, which will then, of course, drive liquidity to our market. So thank you, Bansri and team, for that support, and of course for the work that the Trific team has done working with you. When we launched our 2025-2029 strategy, we committed ourselves to revitalizing our markets and to be more effective institution capable of serving issuers and investors alike. And over the last 2 years, hopefully you have seen our commitment on delivering that aspect of our strategy. And I know there is a lot more in the pipeline that's coming through. Wink, wink, Morris, KCB. And my chairman, I know, is as much as he's signing off as chairman, when we discuss the pipeline that is still in the works, I think we'll be proud to say that his legacy is fully cemented on enabling us to revitalize our market. Each successful transaction increases confidence, each innovation attracts new investors, and each listing encourages the next issuer. And that then enables us to have a market that is a lot more attractive. To all of you, esteemed guests, once again, welcome to the NSE. Congratulations to the Trific team. We are here to partner with you. Our commitment to the market is for NSE to be a true partner in enabling you to access our market and to remain compliant post-listing or post-issuance. And we are very open, working very closely with the Capital Markets Authority to be flexible when we are supporting issuers like yourselves to come to our market. Thank you, of course, for choosing the Nairobi Securities Exchange. You had options, but you chose this one, so thank you very much. And on that note, I know our next speaker, chairman, will speak a lot more on the state of the market, the NSE itself, and of course, our welcome to this transaction. Thank you very much, and welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frank. We appreciate you for that. Just very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, just to acknowledge that the Capital Markets Authority is well represented by Victor Oluochotino, the Deputy Director, Approvals, Financial Analysis and Sustainability. Welcome, sir. If you invested $1 when the American stock markets started, you'd be dead by now because it was in 1790. But if you invested some dollars here, at least you'll enjoy some fruits of it. Why am I saying that? It's because we need to keep a record of this, and I'll be telling you how. Sometimes it's pressure when the media team asks you to tell these people in the room, to tell the people the success of what was there. You know, in this world, I think by the words of a great man in this country called Bien, he said and sang a song called that all my enemies are. Oh, so you listen to him, eh? I see you, I see you. So there'll always be naysayers, but when we succeed as well, it's important to tell the world that we have succeeded. But before I tell you more about this, our chairman is here. Please put your hands together for Mr. Kiprono Kitonyi as he comes as well to address us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Protocols having been established, I will proceed straight with my speech to save time because we must ring the bell at 9:30 a.m. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you this morning to the NSE as we join hands today for the successful listing of the Trific USD I-Reit at the exchange. Today is not merely the admission of another security to the exchange, it's the introduction of a new investment opportunity that expands Kenya's capital markets and provides investors with greater access to the country's most important asset, real estate. This listing demonstrates that innovation continues to shape our capital markets, reflects our shared commitment to creating products that respond to evolving investor needs, whilst also supporting sustainable economic development. The Trific USD I-Reit represents an important milestone, not only for its sponsors and investors, but also for Kenya's journey towards developing deeper, more diversified, and internationally competitive capital markets. Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, REITs have transformed the way investors access property investments. Traditionally, investing in high-quality commercial real estate required substantial capital and direct ownership. REITs removes these barriers by enabling investors to own professionally managed, income-generating real estate through the capital markets, providing investors with several compelling advantages. They offer regular income through rental distributions while also providing the opportunity for long-term capital appreciation. They also enable investors to diversify their portfolios beyond traditional assets for long-term capital, such as fixed income and equities. They also offer greater liquidity than direct property ownership because investors can buy and sell units at the exchange on a daily basis. Equally important, REITs operates within a robust regulatory framework that promotes transparency, professional governance, regular valuation and disclosure, and gives investors greater confidence in the underlying assets. The Trific USD I-Reit adds another important dimension by providing investors with the exposure to US-denominated assets, offering a valuable opportunity for currency diversification while investing through our capital markets. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerful message because this REIT is oversubscribed. Oversubscription is more than a successful capital raise. It is a clear vote of confidence from investors. Well done, Brenda. It demonstrates that investors recognize the quality of the underlying assets, trust the management and the governance of the REIT, and believe in the long-term prospects of Kenya's real estate sector. More importantly, it confirms that investors are increasingly willing to embrace innovative capital market products beyond traditional equities and bonds. So, ladies and gentlemen, the significance of this listing goes far beyond the success of a single transaction. It represents another important validation on the NSE strategy to broaden the range of investment products available. We were rated, by the way, 2 years ago as the most innovative exchange in Africa. And I believe that we are going to retain that accolade. The NSE exists to mobilize capital, connect investors with productive investment opportunities, and support economic transformation. This successful listing reinforces our position as East Africa's premier, why did you say East Africa, Frank? It's Africa. Premier platform for capital formation and financial innovation. This oversubscription further validates confidence by investors, placing their vote on our market infrastructure, on our regulatory framework, which is CMA, and on the capital market ecosystem as a whole. And it also demonstrates that Kenya's capital markets are maturing, and we are increasingly capable for more sophisticated investment products that meet both local and international demand. A few years ago, we were in front of BlackRock in London, and they said our markets were too shallow and too narrow, and they couldn't put their money here. But I'm very sure if we go back to them next year or the year after, Frank, although I'm not going to be with you, you will probably get a better reception. It is our hope, ladies and gentlemen, that today's success inspires more issuers to consider our market as a strategic source of long-term funding. And we encourage developers, infrastructure sponsors, international investors, and entrepreneurs to view the NSE not simply as a marketplace, but as a long-term partner in your growth. The continued development of REITs in Kenya expands investment opportunities, increases market depth, and helps mobilize capital to finance our country's future. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, today's bell ringing holds a special significance to me personally. It is the last event that I attend as the chairman of the exchange before I conclude my tenure on the 12th of July. During my tenure, we have pursued an ambitious reform agenda to strengthen capital markets in Kenya and to position NSE as a more inclusive, efficient, and globally competitive exchange. Together with our regulators, CMA, thank you, we have other stakeholders. We have many stakeholders, the Fund Managers Association, CASIB, and others. We have modernized market infrastructure, simplified listing requirements, strengthened investor protection, and aligned our regulatory framework with international best practice. Our focus has been on making the capital markets accessible to every Kenyan. We were challenged by the president 11 days after he took power. He came here, and he challenged us and said, you've got to open up the market. And we established the SME investment market segment to provide small and medium-sized enterprises with a structured pathway to raise equity and to use our markets also for debt capital. We partnered with Safaricom and Kestrel Capital to launch the ZD Trader platform, enabling Kenyan investors to invest conveniently through their mobile phones and remove long-standing minimum requirements of 100 shares, allowing investors to buy as little as 1 share. To broaden participation, we are working to extending trading hours so that ordinary Kenyan investors and others in the informal sector can invest even after their working day. And recognizing that access must be matched with knowledge, we also rolled out nationwide financial literacy programs through vernacular radio stations bring investment education closer to communities across the country. I had to go on CAS FM and try and explain to them what derivatives is. I'm still trying to look for the word in Kalenjin to explain a derivative. I'm particularly proud that these reforms have translated into tangible results. And over the past 3 years, the exchange has facilitated the successful listing of 13 issuances, and all of them, 100% of them, have been oversubscribed. During the period, we have emerged as one of the world's best performing exchanges, ranking as the best performing globally in US dollar terms, one of the best performing in US dollar terms, and the second best performing in Africa in 2025, underscoring the resilience and growing attractiveness of Kenya's capital markets. We've also laid the foundation for the future through the NSE Innovation Hub, Sustainable Financial Center for Excellence, which is already supporting companies to raise green capital and targeting programs for women, agriculture, SACCOs, and Chamas. And looking forward, under the leadership of our CEO, Frank, and Frank, I want to really specially commend you. You have been exceptional. We have advanced into new opportunities such as commodities, virtual assets, and carbon markets. These achievements have been made possible through the collective efforts of our board, our management, our regulators, market intermediaries, all stakeholders together. And together we've built a stronger, deeper, and more inclusive capital market. And I'm confident that the exchange is well positioned for even a brighter future. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to congratulate the board, management, and stakeholders involved in the Trific USD I-Reit and bringing it to market, and also to commend the investing public for the strong support demonstrated by the oversubscription. Your confidence is not just a confidence in the REIT, it is a vote of confidence on our capital markets. May today's listing mark the beginning of many more innovative products, successful capital market raises, and investment opportunities. God bless the exchange. God bless Trific. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can appreciate the chair better. Thank you so much for your stewardship, for your leadership, sir. In fact, I was tempted to ask you to just hand this mic and just drop it. You know that micro moment? But I was told it's not insured yet. Yeah? But thank you so much, Chair. Much appreciation. Behind the scenes of this work that is done is definitely the transaction advisors. And of course, we have Maurice Opio, the Managing Director, KCB Investment Bank. Please put your hands together for him as well as he comes to address us. Karibu sir.
All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor to join you today as we celebrate the successful listing of Trific Green USD I-Reit. Why it is important to us, we have demonstrated that through innovation, as opposed to exporting capital, in this case, exporting dollars, we can design products locally that allows for the dollar utilization within the country. If that's the message that I need to pass, that's the cornerstone of my message. On behalf of KCB Investment Bank, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Trific Special Economic Team, our fellow transaction advisors, as had been mentioned earlier, our regulators for continually supporting us, Victor, Frank. I think we keep on knocking doors with more innovations, and indeed a lot still on the way. Undoubtedly, today's listing demonstrates a clear growing maturity of our financial markets, that when innovation is matched with robust governance, strong partnerships, and disciplined execution, investors will always respond. There's enough capital pool in this nation. We don't need to look capital elsewhere. That has been my belief over the last 18 years. It will not change, and we continue to bring them into the market. We are particularly proud to have served as the transaction advisors for this landmark transaction. From a group perspective of KCB Group PLC, we are true lions when it comes to sustainability. So this is just the beginning of this journey.
we want to see ourselves serving into the market at least 50% of our group portfolios getting into sustainability financing. Green, be it gender, be it conservancy, new areas that can sustain the global. As Kenya continues to deepen its capital market, alternative investment products such as real estate investment trusts will play an increasingly important role in mobilizing long-term capital for infrastructure, housing, whether they're commercial development, allowing investors to continually diversify their portfolios. Historically, we have just been investing in T-bills, T-bonds, listed equities. That basket of diversification at least reduces risks to the investors. I would like to congratulate all the investors who had trust in us and tremendously supported the transaction, allowing for oversubscription, which is a true sentiment to the product itself, which has come in. Brenda, we are looking forward to another issuance after this. As we ring the bell today, we celebrate not just a milestone listing, but a beginning of a new chapter, as I've mentioned, sustainability financing, which position Kenya attractively within the region, within Africa, and to the globe. If we are able to structure dollar-denominated products, then we'll be able to import the dollars as opposed to exporting the dollars offshore for our local investors who have been looking to have dollar exposures. Finally, congratulations to Trific Special Economic Zone on this milestone. I am a happy man today. James, we started this journey 2009 on the first seed equity capital to the Two Rivers, and I'm glad to see that the product diversification continues to go on. Thanks for the innovation, and we look forward to more innovation together.
Thank you so much, Maurice. And maybe I can take the moment to advertise something about Maurice. There's something called the Lion Share podcast where he was, and I was present. And seeing him having an oversubscription, it's no mean feat because he has gone through thick and thin. There are times when you get a 40% subscription, you have to return the money. And so he's right here very happy, and we can't wait for more. So look forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are sailing on well, but we cannot move on without the capital markets giving a stamp. And as I said again, we have the Victor Otieno, the Deputy Director, Approvals, Financial Analysis and Sustainability. Please welcome him with a clap. Asante sana, karibu.
I will ride on already established protocols. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, like has been mentioned, my name is Victor Otieno. I'm the Deputy Director in charge of Approvals, Financial Analysis, and Issuer Governance. Maybe before I go to the remarks, which I'll faithfully read, I'll just mention this. I know most of us don't know, but the first time I interacted with the Two Rivers I-Reit, I think then it was a development I-Reit. It was back when I just joined the authority, I think back in 2014. And that was the same year I got my firstborn son. Today, my firstborn son is, he just turned 13 on June 11th. So you can see how far this journey has come. Then it was a development I-Reit. I can see we now have an I-Reit, which I'm sure the market will take very positively. So congratulations to the CEO and to the chairman. So I'll go to the remarks. It gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to join you today as we celebrate the listing of the Trific Green USD I-Reit on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. This bell-ringing ceremony marks more than just the admission of a new product onto our exchange. It represents another important milestone in the continuing evolution of the Kenya's capital markets and demonstrates our collective commitment to developing innovative financial solutions that support economic transformation, sustainable development, and wealth creation. On behalf of the Capital Markets Authority, I extend my sincere congratulations to the promoters of the Trific Green USD I-Reit, the REIT manager, the trustee, the transaction team, us as regulators and CMA and NSC, sorry, investors and all stakeholders who have worked tirelessly to bring this pioneering transaction to fruition. Ladies and gentlemen, today's listing is particularly significant because it reinforces several strategic priorities for Kenya's capital markets. First, it demonstrates the growing maturity and sophistication of our markets. Second, it expands the range of investment opportunities available to both local and international investors. Third, it showcases the role of the capital markets in mobilizing long-term capital towards productive sectors of the economy. And lastly, it advances the sustainability agenda through the financing of green and environmentally sustainable infrastructure. The Trific Green USD I-Reit stands out as a landmark transaction as Africa's first USD-denominated green income REIT. It introduces a unique investment proposition that combines sustainable real estate, hard currency income streams, as has already been mentioned, institutional governance, and exposure to one of the fastest growing segments of the African economy. This innovation demonstrates the ability of Kenya's capital markets to develop products that respond to evolving investor needs while simultaneously supporting national development objectives. Ladies and gentlemen, the Capital Markets Authority has consistently championed the development of the REIT market as a critical pillar of the capital markets growth. REITs provides investors with an opportunity to participate in professionally managed real estate assets without the capital requirements and operational complexities associated with direct property ownership. They also provide developers and project sponsors with an efficient avenue for raising long-term capital while unlocking value for completed assets. More importantly, REITs enable wider public participation in real estate investments, democratizing access to an asset class that has historically been available only to a limited segment of investors. The successful listing of the Trific Green USD I-Reit, therefore, represents an important step in broadening the development and diversity of Kenya's REIT market and further strengthening Nairobi's position as a regional capital markets hub. Ladies and gentlemen, the significance of this transaction extends beyond just real estate. The underlying assets support a special economic zone designed to facilitate business process outsourcing, technology services, financial services, innovation, and multinational regional headquarters. As such, the investment provides exposure to the infrastructure underpinning Africa's rapidly growing services economy. As global businesses increasingly seek efficient and competitive locations for service delivery, Kenya continues to distinguish itself through its skilled workforce, digital infrastructure, strategic location, and business-friendly environment. These advantages have positioned our country as a preferred destination for technology-enabled services, business process outsourcing, and regional headquarters operations. Capital markets have a critical role to play in financing this transformation. By mobilizing long-term capital into strategic infrastructure, we create a vicious cycle that supports job creation, attracts foreign investment, stimulates innovation, and continues to sustain economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm going to conclude, I would like to say that the authority's vision is to continue building a capital market that efficiently mobilizes domestic and international capital for Kenya's development priorities. To achieve this objective, we will continue working closely with issuers, intermediaries, investors, policymakers, and development partners to encourage innovation, broaden product offering, and facilitate greater participation in our capital markets. We particularly welcome products that attract foreign capital, deepen market liquidity, provide diversification opportunities for investors, and contribute to the realization of national development objectives. The Trific I-Reit exemplifies this vision. It demonstrates how capital markets can serve as a bridge between investor capital and productive economic activity while supporting sustainable development, job creation, and long-term value creation. In closing, allow me to once again congratulate the entire transaction team, starting from the sponsor, the managers, the advisors, and even the investors who have actually put in their money into this transaction. May this listing serve as an inspiration for further innovation within our capital markets and encourage more issuers to utilize market-based financing solutions to support Kenya's economic transformation. I wish the Trific Green USD I-Reit every success as it begins its journey as a listed investment vehicle on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. May God bless you. May God bless Kenya.
We're just whispering. Thank you for being faithful to the entire speech. We appreciate you for that. Let's appreciate him one more time. Asante sana. All right, Asante. We had an agreement with him in the boardroom. He will take 3 minutes, and he has managed to try to do that. Thank you. Let's now move on to the day. Brendan Badhi is here, the CEO of Trific. Please put your hands together for her as she comes. Karibu sana. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm going to try and be more faithful to the instructions of 3 minutes. Note taken. Firstly, it's just wonderful to be here today. It's truly a very historic occasion for all of us as Trific, as we celebrate this listing and we mark the milestone with the ringing of the bell at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Not very many people get to do that, and Frank, we started this journey some time ago, and thank you for keeping us true to our promise. Today is more than just, it's not just about the financial transaction that has happened. For me, it's one of gratitude to everybody who's here in the room today. You're here for a reason. It's also a demonstration of confidence in Kenya's future, in our capital markets, and in all of our shared vision of creating a world-class investment opportunity and looking to generate sustainable economic growth. And at Trific, Special Economic Zone, that indeed is our mission. Our mission is to position Kenya as Africa's premier destination for global business services, financial services, technology, innovation, and international investment. So this successful establishment of the Trific I-Reit is a very important step in that journey. It unlocks the capital we need for future development while providing investors with an important opportunity to participate in the growth of one of Kenya's most exciting mixed-use developments at the Two Rivers ecosystem. I said mine is of gratitude, the fact that I stand here today. This achievement is only possible through commitment and partnership of very many institutions. I first want to thank by thanking our shareholders, thanking our Trific Board of Directors, led by our chairman, thanking the Group CEO of Centum, for his vision. Frank and Kiprono for the NSC, for the CMA, for our Special Economic Zone Authority, our regulators, our advisors, transaction partners, investors, and truly for Maurice, because you've really held our hand through this process. And most importantly, to those who are not normally thanked, the dedicated Trific team who are seated here somewhere today, for their passion, for their professionalism. They have brought us to where we are today. But this doesn't happen without friends, and I see you here in the room. Ken Invest, Nairobi Financial Centers, thank you for just being part of our journey and supporting us. You're the reason that makes us do all the things that we do every day. And so today, as we ring the bell, we celebrate not only what we have accomplished in the last few years, but we celebrate the beginning of an exciting new chapter. We look forward to continuing to attract global investors. In fact, sitting next to Maurice is already talking to me about the future, which is wonderful. We look forward to creating quality jobs. P.S. Abubakar, you have always told me about that, and so we are committed to that as well, and to contributing meaningfully to Kenya's economic transformation. I just want to thank you all today for being here, for being present, and I wish all of us a very memorable bell-ringing occasion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brenda, for being here. Jay Muturi, the chairperson, Trific SEZ, is also present. Karibu Sana Chair, for your remarks. A round of applause, please, as he comes. Karibu.
Good morning. I understand protocols have been observed, so I can go straight to it. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fantastic, for me standing up here, I can't express how much it means to me for this I-Reit to happen. And to be oversubscribed is incredible. I have a speech, but I thought maybe it's better. I gave a bit of the history of how we got here and how I became chairman of Trific. My good friend James Moria called me up one day and said, come to my office, we want to discuss some issues. And we had a long discussion, and at the end of the discussion, he said, now why I called you here, can you help us register Service SEZ? So I'm like, Service SEZ, okay, explain that to me. He says, yeah, well, Kenya, what we're good at, what are we strong at? Services. And the SEZ Act provides opportunities for people to invest in what we are best at. I said, oh, that's fantastic, that's a novel idea. And he started to explain to me the Two Rivers infrastructure and how we can develop this brilliant, unbelievable plan. And I said, okay, look, James, I'm in. So I initially started as a consultant. My job was to secure the registration. But as we moved on, I got more and more involved in it. I got sucked into this plan. Unfortunately, I always end up getting sucked into the plans. But this one was going, and it started off. It was very difficult because we had to explain to the regulator what we're doing, and most of them were like, oh, but manufacturing, what are you going to manufacture? Oh, not manufacturing. So, well, goods moving out, and there are no goods. So it was a back and forth, and we started explaining. So we were actually the pioneers for this. And as we moved, we now started looking for financing, and we have Vantage came along and helped us out. And we bought the tower, and we started fitting it out. And it was usually gray box. I hope you guys know what gray box is. I didn't know when this thing started. So there was gray box, and then we saw we could start fitting out, because what it was, we were setting up an infrastructure for people to invest so that they can employ the best of to utilize our workforce. And people coming to invest in this infrastructure didn't want to invest in building. They want to just come in and open the offices and start running. So we had to change our plans as we moved. And it was an incredible journey. Eventually, we're filling up the building, and we're now moving to the next stage, because it's a huge project. It's almost 50-acre project, okay? So how do we move to the next stage? Me, I'm a lawyer, so I leave those decisions to be made by the people who understand financing. And we started talking about this I-Reit. Again, just a story. It was just a story on I-Reit. How can we exit, get the money, invest in the next, but also share the value that we have created with the public, right? So we can keep going on and developing what we have to develop. And so we started the I-Reit process again. Now, from the time we started until where we got to the I-Reit, every Wednesday morning at 8:30, we had a meeting. Because James insisted to keep on message, to keep on program, to keep going. We needed to, every week, take stock of what we've done and prepare for the next week. So every Wednesday, 8:30, the ones who are here, who know this story, I chaired a meeting at 8:30. Actually, I didn't know I was chairing it. I used to start the meeting, ask people how far they've gotten. So I became chairman by operation. There was no big ceremony where I was appointed. Just one day I just read papers and they said Chairman Trific, and my name was there, and it was expected. And for me, it has been a memorable journey. This I-Reit listing can create long-term value for all our stakeholders. And we intend, gentlemen, Chairman, we intend to keep coming back here to add more to this. As we develop we're developing much more. And we're on the path, I think, to become, as you said, Africa's leading IFC, National Financial Innovation Center. And it gives me great pleasure now to conclude my remarks by thanking everyone who helped us in this process. I'll start off with, of course, James, with great vision. Brenda, we brought her in because we had to headhunt someone to manage this whole process because James was busy doing other things. We need someone dedicated, committed. We got Brenda in. We have this wonderful board of ours, and we oversaw this whole development. I'd like to thank SEZ. They're not present today. For the I-Reit, we started with KCB, Maurice, NCBA, I believe, here today, CRR registrars, NABO Capital, KNL Law. Are they here? I can see NABO's there. Yeah. Oh, yes, there we go. PwC, who are the auditors, BROL, who will do the property management, and Access, who are the valuers. Also, of course, I'd like to thank the NSC for allowing us to come here and ring your bell today. The CMA, Victor Otieno is here with us. Very important, this whole thing was the government and interaction with the government and the support given to us, especially by the PS Abubakar and by David D., chairman of, yes. And finally, most importantly, the investors who took this opportunity to support us, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chair. Let's appreciate the Chair one more time. Asante sana for that. And finally, just before we get to our chief guest, allow me to invite the Group CEO, Centum Investments, Dr. James Moria. A round of applause to him. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For me, today is a great day and a lot has been said, so I'll try to be very, very brief. I was a bit late and I told Njay I'm normally punctual when we are working. Celebrations, I can be excused if I come a bit late. Today was a celebration. But first and foremost is really to thank Almighty God for the far that we have come. to enable us to move from an idea to realization of that idea in less than 2.5 years. We started this project in 2023. When I called Nje, I thought, who can do it? And you know, as an entrepreneur, you just need to know who can do something, and you connect them. To where we are today with this listing, we have much to thank God for. So we thank God. I also want to thank everyone who has contributed to this journey. And this journey was made easy because I was very, very fortunate that 2 people who I welcomed to, one I welcomed to our house in high school. When I was in Form 3, he was in Form 1. Alfred Kombudo was in the Ministry of MITI when the PSS reported. The other one was Abubakar. I welcomed him when he was in first year, I was in 4th year. I'm the one who was showing him around the University of Nairobi at Parklands. He was the PS of investments, and we had our CS, Moses Kuria. All of them are our friends, so we're very lucky. I was also very lucky that my good friend Kiprono was the chairman of the Nairobi Securities Exchange. He's been a friend and a mentor and an innovative person. My very capable schoolmate, Frank Mwiti. When RISPA, you recruited him, I knew you had turned the corner with the NSC. You should have asked me earlier who can do a good job. And then with Morris and with the amazing team that we've worked with, Nje, Brenda, thank you very much for the far that we have come. I also want to thank Vantage Capital. So when we started, because this thing has 2 stages. One, you must create the asset. It then must generate income. You then, it's only that point that you can exit it to the I-Reit. So that first stage is the most risky stage. And the question was, how do we finance that first stage? Who will believe in that first stage? Because you must believe you will get the SEZ approval, there's enough market, this market will pay, and you'll have an exit, and you'll execute. I did not hire a transaction advisor for that phase. I wrote to one person called Warren Van der Maar. He's the CEO of Vantage Capital, Dashan's boss. I sent him an email at 3 p.m. in my home office, and I told him about the idea. It was not more than 1 paragraph. Warren responded within 15 minutes, and he said, I will finance you. And Warren you've put in about $45 million so far in this project. And these are people in South Africa. So you can see how much sometimes people outside the country have more faith in this country sometimes than us who are in this country, where we have to do so many roadshows. Maurice, you've seen the number of roadshows we have done to persuade people that there's a good investment story in this country. I hope we can learn more from the likes of Warren and Ashan. Let's give a hand of applause to Vantage Capital. I want to be very brief. When we launched this REIT, I met the team, and I told them of the story of the NASA astronaut. When John F. Kennedy went to NASA, he found somebody sweeping. And he asked that person, what are you doing here? And he says, no, I'm not sweeping. I am helping to take a man to the moon. So I told them, when you're going to the REIT, you're not fundraising. You are playing your role in creating jobs in this country, in enabling enterprises to come into this country. All these are tools for us to serve our people, to be able to enable them to have a platform where they can have jobs. And because our economy is not large enough, we must connect our economy to the global economy. And those enterprises need facilities, they need investment facilitation, and that's the part this particular REIT is playing. So when you go out there, don't just think about the dollars. Think about the young people today who are at home, who have been very well educated, who don't have a job. That is the mission we are on. And that's why Njaya said this is just the beginning, because the need is huge. Every year we are producing 800,000 graduates, only creating 100,000 jobs. So we'll be back here again and again. What we've created is a capital market infrastructure so that we can provide plug-and-play solutions to manufacturers if you want to come and manufacture. Can you imagine the process? If you're coming here to manufacture and you have to buy land, put up a building, do all these things, take all that risk. All that time is time that we've deferred the dreams of young people. And us as local investors were able to take that upfront risk and now exit this product into the capital market. So we intend to expand it. And for government, I've been also speaking to people like Chelule and saying even the facilities you have in different places or where you have investors who want to come and set up, let's not take them through a lengthy process of land acquisition, of all these things. There are developers like now Trific who can come and develop. Those can be tenants, and we will exit into this I-Reit and create a product. So this is a permanent capital market infrastructure. We've securitized $3 million. There's room, my own dream, because you know us, we live in the world of dreams. Then we bring now the reality closer to this, make it happen. My dream and hope is that one day we'll be securitizing. This will be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. We can extend this even to asset-backed securities, power projects, for example. You don't need to tie up capital in a power project indefinitely. Our dream is eventually to be able to connect these particular enterprises even with our power plants so that we can bring down the cost of power. I believe that can be done within the next 5 years. That's what we are working on. And it's great that we have now have proof of concept. I've seen some of the bankers here have been trying to persuade. Now it is happening. We are moving on now to the next stage. With that, I want to conclude my remarks there. I want to thank all of you once again. I want to thank Almighty God and to wish you God's blessings as we carry forward to playing our role in whatever capacity we have to develop this country. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Group Chair. And we also noticed he had a green tie. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the PS Abubakar Hassan Abubakar. A round of applause to him as he comes. Karibu sana. All the way, government.
All right, thank you very much. All protocol observed, because I am told there's no time. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just say something small before I read this 10-page speech. So the CEO of NSE had clearly stated that we do not have a capital problem. We indeed have an opportunity problem, which the opportunity must be identified, structured to an investment grade and a bankable opportunity like the one we have here in the Trific REIT. What the role of government is just to incentivize and de-risk these opportunities, enable and facilitate, and investors just to capitalize or explore and exploit those opportunities. This idea, the CEO of Centum had said it was originated in 2023. And at that time, I was just newly appointed as the PS. He planted this idea to me. And since I was his mono, I could not reject it because I know he'll start bullying me. But at least it has come to be a reality. And for the CMA guy who was here 10 years ago when he was giving birth to his firstborn, he didn't say that at that time he was indeed my intern at the Capital Markets Authority. It is my great honor to join you today at the NSE and preside over the listing and bell ringing ceremony of Trific Green USD I-Reit. This historic listing represents a significant milestone, not only for Trific ACZ, but for Kenya's capital markets and investment ecosystem. Let me take this early opportunity to thank the chairman, the board director of Trific ACZ and the CEO, investors, regulators, and all transaction partners who have worked tirelessly to bring this transaction to a reality. This launch is a further demonstration of the innovativeness and commitment to Trific ACZ to being a market leaders as they were, and also the first service-oriented ACZ to be licensed in Kenya. As one of the country's first green USD-dominated income REIT, the Trific Green REIT demonstrates the growing role of innovative financial instrument in mobilizing investment into world-class infrastructure, sustainable real estate, and ACZ development that support Kenya's economic transformation agenda. One of the push factors of any capital, international or domestic, is sustainability imperative. And by structuring this USD-dominated green REIT, you have created a bridge that connects the domestic and international capital to domestic green assets. You have also solved the currency risk puzzle for foreign investors while providing a transparent, regulated vehicle for local participation. The successful listing reflects the confidence of both local and international investors in Kenya's investment environment and aligns strongly with the government commitment to deepening the capital markets and attracting foreign direct investments promoting sustainable development and positioning Kenya as a leading financial and investment hub for Africa. This is a giant leap for Kenya's ambition to become a premier hub for green and sustainable finance, as articulated in our long-term development blueprint, Kenya Vision 2030, and the current administration bottom-up economic transformation agenda. My State Department goal is to increase, or the agenda, is to increase the level of private investment into the Kenyan economy, whether it is new or existing, which is being reinvested, whether it's domestic or foreign, whether it is directly through direct investment or indirectly through such kind of portfolio investment, whether you want to invest in us or invest with us through public-private partnership. And we have 4 tools that we are doing this. One of the tools is through Invest Kenya, which we package opportunities and promote together so that we can attract the necessary capital, and the CEO of Invest Kenya is here. The second tool is an incentivized tool through our special economic zones and extra processing zones, which Trific has taken advantage of. The third tool is Kenya Development Cooperation, which is a de-risking tool. It helps you investors in co-investing in such opportunities. And the fourth tool is the business environment tool. And I'm happy and I'm glad to state that in the last 1 or 3 years, we have been consistently engaging the private sector in this space. They have identified challenges in the REIT environment, and in this Finance Act of 2026, we've been able to remove stamp duty for the transfer of real estate into the REIT. We have also removed capital gain tax for the transfer of the real estate into the REIT, so that we can be able to develop this product. Today, this is, I cancel most of the things here. So as a State Department for Investment Promotion, let me make a commitment to the NSC, the CMA, and the private sector that we will continue to refine our tax and regulatory regime to make these REIT structures even more attractive. Today, we ring the bell for Green Kenya. We ring the bell for the credibility of the Nairobi Securities Exchange as the gateway of African green assets. To the board and management of Trific SEZ, I congratulate you once again, and may your portfolio, Chair, you said you have a lot in the pipeline, eh? May your portfolio of green assets grow from strength to strength. With these few remarks, are we on time, Chair? It is now my singular honor to join you for the official bell-ringing ceremony. Let the trading begin. Asante sana.
Thank you so much. There's a mic behind there. Just kindly pass it. If I may request our chief guest, don't exit the stage, actually. You'll be joining by the chairperson of the NSC, chairperson of Trific, the Group CEO Trific as well. Kindly come upstairs right here. CMA representative as well, if you don't mind. There's a microphone. Just pass this mic. Thank you. Tech team, can we remove this podium very fast? We have 4 minutes. We ring the bell and go trade immediately at 9:30. No worries. Tech team, please come. Some of you are photographers. You can help me out. Sally, Mike, please. Sally, if you don't mind, please somehow come here. Bansri, where are you, Bansri? Please come here. I think we might have some height respect here, but it will work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Excellent. So we're going to ring that bell. We have a countdown, PS, so in a moment, let's just do the honorable honors. It is not my fault, PS, to rush you. You can have a government conversation with CMA. They took time, but we'll talk. Well, we'll talk, all right? It's a government-to-government conversation. Photographers, we are set. We still have our minutes, and I think the chair. So, Bansri, come up here. Yes? Excellent, excellent. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Actually, Bansri, don't worry. Oh, you're set? This side would have been better because of height logistics. Come right here. Don't worry. Bansri has been here as well. Was poached from here. Are we ready? Excellent. So, at the count of 5, you ring the bell. So, ladies and gentlemen, in 5, please help me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the bell go. There you go. Let's appreciate the moment, everybody. Asante sana. That's it. And we welcome Trific Green USD I-Reit right here at the bows. Keep doing that. Just one more ask, because I still have some seconds. PS, if you don't mind, could you do it like the traditional way of doing it, right? Like with your hand high, there you go. So 3, 2, go. Let's appreciate him one more time. There you go. Asante sana. Woo. There you go. Thank you so much. Asante, that's good. So we have exactly 1 minute to go. So please, if we could be heading to that particular direction. Maybe this time round, we may not be as many there. So, but the chair NSC, the CEO NSC as well, Chair Trific, the CEO Trific as well. I can have the bell now. Thank you so much. We could lead that conversation there. CMA somehow be around there. Lovely, lovely. This is good. So that we can have that simulation live trade. Do we have another mic? So we're able to do this. Let me pass the mic. There you go. So, are we on time? Good.
We have a minute. Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. My name is Elizabeth Njoroge from KCB Investment Bank. Very excited to be here as the first USD rate trader. We are currently using the USD domination. So already we have 1,000 units ready to trade at a price of $1.23, which is about 160 shillings per share. So we'll just wait for the market to open in a minute and we'll be ready to go. My counterpart will introduce themselves.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel Gatheru from AIB Axis Africa, and we are delighted to be the first traders of this I-Reit. So in about a minute, we'll be able to be trading the 1,000. I am the buyer, of course. And my colleague here is the seller. Thank you.
We good?
Yes.
All right. Please don't jam the market. Don't buy yet. We're waiting for the first ones.
So as you can see, I have placed the selling price at a price of $1.23, and my buy is here. So we just have a minute to go because we are the pre-opening trading. Then it will be able to execute. Oh, and the symbol listed is TRFC. I. Yeah. 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 Gentlemen, it has already traded.
All right. That was fast and ready. Excellent. Could we kindly have a unique kind of photo pose moment there for the photographers? They're looking at you. Excellent. Everybody look at the laptop, if you don't mind, like you mean it. There you go. Dr. James, could you point at that buy point there, like you're putting an enter there, that kind of thing. There you go. Excellent. I love that. Is that good? Until they're happy. Are you happy now? Lovely. Thank you so much. We shall have more. Let's appreciate that moment. Thank you so much. May I request that entire team that is there to kindly come back to stage for some quick photos, and then we should be able to close after this. Let's have some of these seats here. Some of us are going to sit here. Just about 4 of them, if you don't mind. Welcome on stage. So we're able to do this. Excellent. This is good, Chairman, if you don't mind. There you go. Brenda, make sure we... Yes, there you go. Please. Brenda, if you don't mind, come this end. Excellent. Lovely. Can I have... Yes, please. Come, Sally. Somehow there. So we shall do in deduction moments. Lovely. How is that? Please, welcome as well. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
We have some of the board members.
Okay, Pius, please. I understand you here. Nabo. Yeah, excellent. There you go. Fred? Yes. We shall have the board coming next. The board shall come in next for a photo. Excellent. Are we ready? Photographers, have your moment. The board shall be next. Lovely. Yes, the two CEOs are right here. The PS, I was waiting for the PS to say. Now, he has now said the two CEOs have to come up. Okay, please come right here. John Mwenda as well. Welcome, karibu sana. Oh, yeah. I understand your height will allow it, so please come up here, right here. Hey, this is the biggest festival, the family one, and then we shall do deductions, pole. All right? There you go. Let's have that moment. So, this seat is blocking. This is the chief guest. I hope he will not penalize me for moving things in here. Is that better? All right. Even this? Okay. Is that okay? Excellent. There you go. So kindly look at the middle there. Not any phone, just the real things there. So 3, 2, go. I hope we're good. Yes? Where is Dr. Moria? Hey. I understand the photo it's refusing to take. So there you go. Asante sana. Let's take more. Are they good? Thumbs up, everybody. That's the instruction. Thumbs up, everybody. Lovely. Thank you so much. Now, may I request that the board members be left there? My constant, just remain right there. Dr. Moria, please remain right there as well. Then we can have... And the CEO should remain as well. And yes, you are the man. You're the man of the moment. So, board members present, if there is anybody left there, please kindly take your seat. Asante. Allow me to do an exhaustive photo moment here. Yes. Yes. Whisper. It's important. There you go. Fred Murimi, where are you, Fred? Fred, you've been pointed at. Please come right here. Yeah. Excellent. So this is just for the board members, not the ones who feel like them. Excellent, like they are. Yeah? There you go. So 3 to go. Lovely. Excellent. Thank you so much. The transaction now team, the entire transaction team, KCB, I-Reit is represented here. Thank you so much, board members. Thank you so much. Yeah, these guys. Everybody who's being pointed by Brenda, you must show up. So just come. Who else is there? Bansri, Peter, Magda. Come over here. The stage is big. Yes. Yeah. So somehow have a discussion there about who's going to be... Yes. Hey, no. Come over here. There's space. Where are you going? Oh, okay. All right. There's nothing okay about missing a photo here. Lovely. So, somehow come closer here. Because of, yes, there you go. As long as you can see the photographer, you're in the photo. If you're not there, I don't know what's happening. All right? They're very important persons. Excellent. There you go. How is that? Is it working? Actually, ladies and gentlemen, just for the sake of, I can see some people who are still walking there because they can't even be seen. So allow me just one quick second. My tech team, where are you? Please help me with some seats here. If we put some here, it will work. It will work wonderfully. May I have about 4 of them or 5 or so. There you go. Because this is going to be at the front of the paper. We need to make it look yeah. It's okay. It actually needs to move away. There you go. Thank you. That looks like something. Excellent. So the ones who I wanted to say the ones who are suffering at the back. Just come. Bansri, come here. Pius, please have a seat there. Yeah, Magda, please come here. Yeah, Fred. Oh, Nicholas, come right there. Yes, we can have one more seat. Yeah. See me? We have to be careful. You okay? Okay. There you go. Who's that? There you go. Lovely. That's a good one. Is that good? Are they all in? Excellent. All right, let's, good smiles, straight to the cameras. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely, lovely moment there. Big thumbs up, everybody. There you go. Lovely, lovely. That's a good one. That's a good one. Lovely. Makofi for that. Yes, there you go. There you go. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there's one more. Everybody, look up here. Look up here. The big thumbs up, everybody. Yeah. Lovely, because of the other generation that appreciates this kind of thing. Ladies and gentlemen, no, don't stand yet. Don't stand yet. Just remain right there. There's a quick one. There's a quick one here. By the instruction of the chief guest, we also have 2 important organizations that are represented here. Please say hello.
Oh, that's really a very big ambush, but really proud to be here. Congratulations to all the stakeholders who made this happen. We are here as well, the PSA, to facilitate investments. Really proud of you. Let's keep this going. Thank you very much.
There you go.
I can't override what has been said today. Well done, well done. We'll be back here bigger and better in today's dollar. Last week we did JPY. We'll do many more.
All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That marks the end of this morning's event. Asante sana. Enjoy breakfast just right outside as well. Network, take as many pictures as well. Asante sana, our PS as well, for being here. Thank you, and have a good morning.